Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Live in Palm Springs, California, Palm Springs Stadium, PSCL action here at 9 a.m. Pacific time as the Grizzly are set to take on the Colonials. Colonials sit at 0-2-1 so far this season. They ended up in a tie ball game yesterday, courtesy of the time limit. And the Grizzly, they sit at 1-1 as we are about to get set today. Grizzly will be batting first, and they'll be taking on the big lefty, number 25, Joel French. Currently pitching for. Go to school in a moment. Linfield University, relatively local guy. Just finished his sophomore year over there. He's thrown one game so far, facing the Bootleggers a few days ago in that 4-2 loss. He went a couple innings, allowing a couple earned runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, 3 hits allowed. He's going to get his first start of the season.
Indeed, and here are the starting lineups for both teams. For the Grizzly, leading off, the shortstop, James Gorman, batting second. The left fielder, Kade Yasui, batting third. Tyler Preece, batting fourth. Caden Gopalakrishna,
Pretty good on that pronunciation.
batting fifth. Batting fifth. Toby Karamuchev, batting sixth. Lee Matsuzaki, batting seventh. Takeo Shigemitsu, batting eighth. Cameron DeJournay, batting 9. Shahid Baruch, batting 10th. Alexander Ehinger, and batting 11th, Anthony Torres. And for the Colonials, batting first, the center fielder, Aaron Elasser, batting second, the second baseman, Carter Fagan, batting third, catcher, Jed Downham. Fourth is the designated hitter, Levi Hall. Fifth is third baseman, Alex Morales. Sixth is shortstop, Tyler Darnell. Seventh is right fielder, Stefan Leo. Eighth is left fielder, Cooper Browning. Ninth is first baseman, Sean Boscovich. And 10th is the extra hitter, Manuel Lopez.
Another beautiful day, Marshall, in Palm Springs, California. I'm Evan Schmeiser, ladies and gentlemen, joined by Marshall Garvey. The first of 2 morning games here at Palm Springs Stadium. Just about to get set. Joel French finishing up his warm-up pitches. First batter he'll face will be the shortstop, James Gorman.
Indeed, it is an absolutely yet another picturesque, spotless day. There's not a cloud in the sky. The horizons look absolutely stunning from our view here in the press box. Palm trees everywhere. Hills just barely visible in the distance. No better place to be anywhere in the valley than here at historic Palm Springs Stadium for some PSCL action.
Couldn't agree more, Marshall. They have canyons and mountains like this back in Sacramento?
No, we do not. It's all flat valley there. Lucky to, and very, very dry heat too, whereas we've got that nice valley heat here, and it looks like we're about to get underway.
That's right, James Gorman settling in for the Grizzlies, leading off the ballgame here in the top of the first inning.
James Gorman, a freshman out of Lakeland College. He stands 6 foot, weighs 185 pounds. He's batting .333 on the year with an RBI single against the Blue Sox. His first game of the year.
First pitch is swing and a miss, strike one. We're underway. Strike one on the board, leadoff hitter. James Gorman hit .222 this past season at Lakeland College. He'll go into his sophomore year this fall. Listed as a shortstop and an outfielder.
His time is called. Gorman will step out and readjust.
Joel French comes set, he kicks and deals. Little inside, Excuse me, on the inside corner, 0-2 the count. French quickly working ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Outfield looks to be playing straight up. Stefan Leo looks to be the most shallow in right field. That pitch just misses ball 1.
French absolutely towering on that mound.
That's a lot of man coming at you at 6'10" from the left side.
Oh my gosh.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. 1 batter, 1 strikeout for Joel French. There's 1 away in the top of the first inning. Now I'll bring up Cade Yasui, the left fielder today for the Grizzly. Yasui out of Howard College. Just finished his freshman year. First pitch in there, strike 1.
He's perfect so far this year, batting 1,000, 2 for 2 with a double, a single, and an RBI. And the Grizzly win over the Blue Sox.
That's hit foul out of play into parking lot territory. No balls, 2 strikes. Marshall, I hope that wasn't anywhere near anyone's car. I know I parked a little further back along the left field line.
Oh, fortunately, I don't have to worry as I take Lyft back and forth from the stadium.
The 0-2. On the outside corner, called strike 3. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Joel French. He's off to a terrific start.
Just an absolute missile right there. He is locked in thus far.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Tyler Priest, batting in the 3-hole. Just finished his sophomore year at the University of Incarnate Word in San Antonio. As he kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Marshall, gotta say, Joel French, he's attacking the strike zone early.
He is. He's really aggressive. He's not missing his spots. He is not wasting time. Priest hitting .667 on the year thus far. So that's outside for a ball.
It's off to a pretty good start.
He is. He had an RBI against the Dragons.
Those Green Dragons. The 1-1. Little outside, ball 2. So far, all the flags in the stadium, they're quiet. No rustling in the leaves on any of the palm trees. Pretty fair conditions. Here's the 2-1. Upstairs, ball 3.
So first hitters count so far for the Grizzly.
What are you looking for, Marshall, if you're Tyler Priest with a 3-1 count?
I'm just looking for a fastball right down the middle.
Here's the 3-1. On the inside corner, strike 2. Looked like not exactly the pitch that Priest was looking for, Marshall.
Not at all. That was brilliantly executed. I managed to just get inside.
The 3-2. In the air, left field. Cooper Browning comes on. He's got it lined up. And he puts it away. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Grizzly. Joel French works a perfect first inning. The Colonials set to take their first tax. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back, getting set for the bottom of the first inning. Colonials about ready to take their first hacks. And they'll be doing it against Anthony Torres out on the mound.
Yes, Anthony Torres, a freshman out of Mount San Jacinto College. In his first start of the year, sets in for the first pitch.
Did not pitch at all his freshman season at Mount San Jacinto.
That's low and away for ball one. So far this year, he pitched 1/3 of an inning in the Grizzly victory over the Blue Sox. Got roughed up a good deal, gave up 2 runs, one of them earned. Looking for a clean slate to kick off this game.
That's the beauty of baseball, Marshall. It's a new day. New game, new opponent.
Always. And always many opportunities here at the PSCL.
He's facing Aaron Alacer. That pitch is in there for a strike. Count moves to 1-1. Alacer's played a couple games so far. He's 0 for 3. He's walked once.
He is a freshman out of Mid-American Nazarene University.
It's on the ground, second base. Over is Galachina Krishna. Pardon my French, it's a tough name. Over the first, 1 out. Gopala Krishna makes the play at second base. I know what that's like with a tough last name. My last name is Schmeiser. I've had it butchered in so many ways, Marshall.
I can kind of relate too. My last name, Garvey, is sometimes misspelled as Gravy, so.
Oh, they do that to you?
Yeah, from time to time.
Is that what it was like growing up in school?
Not quite. It just happens every now and then.
Oh, that's fun. First pitch outside to Carter Fagan. Fagan hitting 200 so far, 1 for 5, played 3 games so far. Couple stolen bases to his credit, scored a run.
Sophomore out of McPherson College.
On the ground, another chance for Gopala Krishna. I got it this time. Over the first 2 outs. Gopala Krishna, busy guy so far.
Indeed. And so far, starting pitchers for both teams being very efficient.
We like to see strikes. We like to see pitchers working ahead in the count, Marshall.
That we do.
That'll bring up Jed Downham, the catcher.
Jed Downham, sophomore out of Anderson University. Had a stellar game yesterday, playing with the Colonials. He takes that high for ball 1. He had 2 hits, a single, a double, stolen base, and an RBI. An absolute demon on the base paths. So it'd be crucial that he gets on now as he swings and misses that. Strike 1.
1-1 the count to Downham. 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. Scoreless so far. Joel French worked a perfect top of the first inning. Anthony Torres trying to do the same. Match his counterpart here in the bottom half. Here's the 1-1. Right center field. Lee Matsuzaki over. That's going to drop in front of everybody for a base hit. Good placement for Jed Downham. It's a line drive in the books. And the Colonials have a 2-out base runner. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Levi Hall. He's played a couple games so far this season. 1 for 2. He scored a run. Out of Webster University, listed at 6 feet 1 inches tall.
Hall also had a stellar day yesterday, playing for the Colonials. Swings and misses a strike 1. Hall with an RBI single. And the Colonials 4-4 tie with the Dragons. Again, keep an eye on Downham. He was absolutely torrid on the base paths yesterday. Got to expect more of the same now with 2 outs.
Swung and a missed. 0-2 the count. I think now's a good time to run if you're Jed Downham.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's 2 outs, 2 strikes. Could set a real tempo, getting in Torres' head.
Trying to test the arm of the catcher, Cameron Desjardins.
And he's
there
off.
He goes. Nope, no, we stopped. So that pitch is taken outside, ball 1. Looked to be maybe not an official pitch out, but kind of a quasi pitch out.
Yeah. They were well prepared, though. They're definitely aware of what a threat Downham can be. You let them loose too much.
It's like a little bit of a shorter lead that this time for Downham. Doesn't go this time, that pitch is upstairs. 2-2 the count. Quick 2 outs recorded by Anthony Torres on the Colonials to give up the bloop hit to Jed Downham. Now a 2-2 count.
2-2, 2 outs. Torres looking to not
Here's the pitch. In the air, left side, foul, out of play.
And Downham with a pretty conservative lead off of first. He's really not jumping too far.
You think he'll try to go here on a 2-2 count?
Absolutely.
So Marshall likes him aggressive. A little bit of a bigger lead this time. He does not go. Pitches up the middle. That's going to get in there for a base hit. Down around second. He's going to third. Here's the throw from outside. There won't be a throw. Funny looking slide from Jed Dow. Kind of belly flop to the third base. Good base running nonetheless. He goes first to third on the base hit by Levi Hall.
And just as I had expected, the aggression of Downham making a huge difference. Just as threatening to make a difference now, just as it did yesterday for the Colonials. So now
I'll bring up the third baseman, Alex Morales. Batting with runners on first and third, 2 outs. Back-to-back hits for the Colonials after 2 quick outs recorded by Anthony Torres. A throw over the first, not in time. Morales 0 for 5 so far in the season. He's drawn 1 walk. 3 games played. Takes a fastball in there, strike 1. Torres able to work ahead in the count.
Morales still in search of his first hit of the season. Had a rough day yesterday. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts in the 4-4 tie against the Dragons.
The 0-1. Chopped foul. Torres works ahead to an 0-2 count.
I'll keep an eye on Downham. And yesterday, if memory serves me right, he came home scored the first run of the game on a wild pitch. So he's going to maybe very likely keep the pressure up here. Dance his way towards home.
There goes the runner from first. Throw down to second. It was trying to get a rundown. The run's going to score. Downham crosses the plate. Hall's still on a rundown. He'll get tagged out, but the Colonials will gladly take it. Levi Hall took off for second base, got himself in a rundown. Cameron Dejanette elected to throw down to second to get the runner, and Downham was able to coast on home in the middle of that rundown. So 1 run, 2 hits for the Colonials. Nobody left. We'll go to the top of the second. 1-0 Colonials. We're back, getting set for the top of the second inning. Colonials able to put up a run in their half of the first after getting 2 quick outs on them, back-to-back singles. Got into a rundown, and that led to the first run of the game. So Joel French has a run of support to work with as he gets set for the top of the second. Up high, ball 1. He'll deal with the second baseman, Caden Gopalakrishna.
Gopalakrishna, freshman out of Lakeland Community College, in his first game against the Dragons, 13-5 loss. He went 1 for 1, had a walk. 2-0 now.
He hit .238 this past season for the Lakers.
0 for 1. Strikeout on a walk in that game. He's looking for his first hit of the season.
Up high, ball 3. Count moves to 3-0. Saw Joel French do a really good job getting ahead in the count in the first innings, falling behind 3-0 after getting that first run.
Yes. Gopalakrishna has been a busy man at second base. Had some solid plays in that first inning.
Yes.
Now
3-0. Right down the middle, strike 1. Looked like Gopalakrishna was taking all the way.
Yes. Still with an advantageous hitter's count, 3-1. A good chance to start something here.
Here's the 3-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. You a fan of green lights on 3-0, Marshall?
I am not.
Oh,
I especially have to air my grievances about that as a Dodgers fan, as Dave Roberts seems to like to do that a lot, and it doesn't yield a lot of good results. So no, I don't like green lights on 3-0.
Here's the 3-2. That's in the dirt, ball 4. Leadoff walk issued by Joel French. Gopalakrishna, now the base runner. I'm actually a fan of 3-0 green lights. Of course, every situation's a little different.
And that's fair. It can pay off every now and then.
I'm curious to see what the numbers are at different levels for guys swinging and putting a ball in play 3-0.
As am I.
Joel French deals to Toby Karamuchev. That's down low, ball 1.
He's a freshman out of Centralia College. Batting .500 on the year.
Here's the 1-0. Little high, ball 2. Looks like French might be nibbling just a little bit, Marshall.
He kind of is. He needs to get back and just keep attacking the zone like he did in the first inning.
Comes steady, kicks and deals the 2-0. That's in the dirt. Gopalakrishna will advance to second on the wild pitch. Looked to be a fastball that French just spiked a little bit there. Not much of a chance for the catcher, Jed Downham.
Indeed.
So that puts a man on second base with nobody out for the Grizzlies. They try to answer back after surrendering a run in the first.
And Karamuchev can scoop up his first RBI of the season.
So it's a 3-0 count, Marshall. I assume you'd be a fan of taking.
I would. Especially if you got a runner on second. You got some wiggle room.
That gets away again. Similar pitch. That's ball 4 to Karamuchev. Second straight walk to start off the inning for French. He walked 3 batters in his first appearance on the mound in his couple innings of work. Second wild pitch of the inning surrendered, allowing Gopalakrishna to go to third. So a bit of a danger zone for the Colonials. Men on first and third, nobody out, and that brings up the center fielder Lee Matsuzaki.
Lee Matsuzaki is a freshman out of Howard College. He drew a walk against the Blue Sox, but no hits so far for the season. Knock now or tie up the game.
Middle infield will play back to try to turn 2. So that ball's blooped out to second base. Fagan's got a beat on it. He puts it away, 1 out.
Good rebound by French there. A quick first out of the inning, but still in a jam.
Wonder if he broke his bat there. He really got that pitch in on his hands.
It sounded like a broken bat kind of contact.
Well, that changes the complexion of this inning a little bit, Marshall. I'll bring up Takeo Shigemitsu, the right fielder.
A freshman out of Merced College. Drew a walk against the Dragons.
That's in there, strike 1. French able to work ahead in the count.
Also in search of his first hit of the year.
So that changes things a little bit. The middle infield's still back trying to turn 2, but a double play could get them out of the inning. That's fouled at the plate, 0-2.
French getting back into the zone, and it's paying dividends so far. 0-2. Trying to wiggle his way out of his first jam of the game.
Outfield playing medium deep depth. You would think a fly ball should be deep enough to score Gopala Krishna from third.
Absolutely. 0-2 the count, 1 out. Runners on the corners. Grizzly trying to knot this up, and perhaps even more. French trying to dial it back to his stellar first inning.
The 0-2, French kicks heels. There goes the runner from first. That's taken for a ball. No throw from Jed Downham. Stolen base for Toby Karamuchev. Looked like he stole it pretty easily, too. It didn't look like they had any play to try to get him.
Indeed. Just trying to focus on getting the guy out. Man at the plate.
Here's the 1-2. Inside, ball 2. So the middle infielders will still play back. They'll concede a run to tie the game on trying to get it out on a ground ball. The corners look to be playing even with the bag. Joel French kicks and deals the 2-2. Fouled back. That were maybe a couple feet higher, be coming back towards us, Marshall.
Indeed. I'm still waiting on my first souvenir of the year.
We've had a few come up over our heads, maybe 10 feet above us.
We had one come really close. Me and George Hathaway yesterday.
Oh.
Still waiting. Hopefully at some point this season.
Marshall, we did not bring our gloves.
We did not, that's true. 2-2.
Here's a 2-2. Swung on and missed. That's a big strikeout for French. His third of the game so far. There's 2 outs now. Men on second and third. Trying to work his way out of this jam. He might be able to come out of it unscathed.
He just might.
That'll bring up Cameron Desjardins.
Again, just attacking the zone so well.
Yeah, he's looked sharp those last couple batters, Marshall. He really has, after walking the first 2 of the inning.
Yes, he's really regaining his stride so far. That's up high for ball 1. Cameron Desjardins, no hits on the year thus far. Did draw a walk and score a run in the 13-5 victory over the Dragons.
That's popped up. First base side, coming in is Sean Boscovich. Oh, that drops. That's going to be a foul ball. That ball was hit a mile high. The first baseman, Sean Boscovich, looked like he was calling it right from the get-go. Hard to say he took his eyes off of it. It looked like he just might have overrun it, and the ball just kind of landed behind him as he tried to lunge back to get it.
Might have overrun. It could also be a bit of the glare from that perfect Palm Springs summer sun.
That could be possible, too. He's wearing sunglasses over there. That ball was hit a mile high in the air. Regardless, new life for Cameron Desjardins, as time is called at the plate. That'll go down. So officially, no error has been issued by our official score, so that'll go down as a no play. That pitch taken a little upstairs. So now it's up to Joel French, trying to pick up his teammate, work his way out of the inning. A base hit could score 2. Here's the 2-1. Little up and in, ball 3. Marshall, he's missed by just a little bit with the past couple pitches.
He has. He's just got to confidently attack the zone like he did in the first inning, like he has with the past 2 batters.
He has a base open, too. Here's the 3-1. Fouled off.
That's well over our heads.
That moves the count to 3-2. 2 outs, top of the second. Caden Gopala Krishna over at third base. Toby Karamuchev at second. They both walk to start the inning. A pop-up and a strikeout got us to 2 outs. Here's the 3-2. Just outside, ball 4. Third walk of the inning for French. It hasn't led to any damage yet for the Grizzly. But now nowhere to put anybody with the bases loaded. That'll bring Shaked Baruch to the plate, the first baseman.
Shaked Baruch, a representative of the Israeli national team. An imposing 6'2" at the plate.
Welcome to America. So he takes a ball upstairs.
He is batting .333 on the year. Managed a single in the victory over the Blue Sox.
Here's the 1-0. Right field, coming in is Stefan Leo. That drops just in front of him, foul. Sliding effort from Stefan Leo. Not able to get it, ball just didn't quite hang up there enough. So that moves the count to a ball and a strike.
Thought he had it for a moment, to be honest. It was a great effort, but it's hard to make those kinds of plays.
He had to come a long way to get it, too.
Yes. Luckily, we've got pretty generous foul territory.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of room down the lines.
Look at stadiums where don't really have that foul wiggle room. I think Fenway Park's pretty limited in that capacity.
There's almost no room in Fenway.
Indeed.
How about Wrigley Field down the line, especially getting to the outfield?
Gosh, even less.
Anybody, yeah, maybe a foot at most.
Swung on a miss, strike two. So French, this inning has been quite a test for him. But now a strike away from wriggling out of it. A chance to preserve the 1-0 lead for the Colonials.
Now he comes set. Getting ready for the 1-2. He kicks and deals. Got him looking. Strike three called. Baruch goes down looking. Joel French able to work out of a first and second no-out jam. Preserve the 1-0 lead. Second strikeout of the inning. Fourth strikeout of the game. We go to the bottom of the second. Colonials still lead 1-0. All right, we're about set for the bottom of the second inning. Joel French for the Colonials able to work out of a first and third no-out jam and second and third one-out jam. Very impressive pitching from the big lefty.
Very much so. It was a much more strenuous inning, but it was able to work out of it with an inning-ending strikeout. Now, Alex Morales returns to the plate.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are not in any kind of time machine. Alex Morales was batting at the end of the first innings, takes a pitch way outside, ball one. He was up to bat when Levi Hall got in the rundown, trying to steal second base, allowing Jed Downham to cross the plate, scoring the first run. So, since Alex Morales was up at the plate when the third out was recorded, we'll continue at his spot in the lineup as he deals with a 1-0 count. Still facing Anthony Torres. So that ball's fisted out to center field. Coming on is Lee Matsuzaki, and he'll play it on a hop. Mark, so that ball was just hit into that little triangle no man's land.
Indeed. It's hard to make that kind of a catch. It just hung there long enough. Just didn't quite have enough time to get to it.
Third hit of the day for the Colonials. That'll bring up Tyler Darnell.
It's that kind of fly ball where you can't really make a good diving attempt.
I think it's also one of those where you see a big swing and maybe your first step might be back. That ball's on the ground, first base side. Baruch takes the bag at first, goes to second, safe. 3U in your scorebook for Tyler Darnell. Came into the game 4 for 6 on the season. One pitch, he grounds out to first base. Interesting attempt there by Baruch. He went to go tag the bag at first. Then on the throw second, you have to tag him in that case. You don't. No hesitation. Do you think it might have been a better idea to go and get the lead runner first, Marshall?
I think it might have been. I think he had the time to do it, but I think the instinct just kicked in. Just get the guaranteed out.
And Morales does run well now over at second base. And it's one of those bang-bang calls for sure. You have microseconds to try and make that decision.
You really do. And now here's Stefan Leo out of Porterville Community College in search of his first hit of the season.
That's in there, strike 2. A quick 0-2 count to Stefan Leo. Facing Anthony Torres, a man on second base, 1 out.
Base hit, make for a 2-0 lead.
Big hole on the right side too, Marshall.
Yes.
Here's the 0-2. Way inside, ball 1.
See if we can pull it to that side. Outfield playing deep as well. 1-2, 1 out. Leonard taking a decent lead off a second. Here's the pitch.
That's in there for a called strike 3. Leo goes down looking. First strikeout of the day for Anthony Torres. That'll bring up Cooper Browning, now a man on second base, 2 outs. Trying to record a 2-out RBI. Make it a 2-0 lead for the Colonials early.
Cooper Browning also looking for his first hit of the year.
Fouled off to the right side, 0-1. Torres able to work ahead. Cooper Browning batting in the 8th spot in the order. Both teams batting 10 men today, with an extra hitter and a designated hitter for their pitcher. Anthony Torres comes set, he kicks and deals. Breaking ball in there, strike 2. Good looking breaking ball there, Marshall. He started along the inside, a little bit off the inside part of the play, he ran it back over.
Indeed, it's looking absolutely fantastic.
Still a big hole on the right side. Second baseman Gopala Krishna keeping the runner close. Big lead at second base. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off to the right side, out of play.
Looks like he's trying to pull it indeed.
I wonder, could be taking a bit of a chance here, leaving such a big hole on the right side, because we've seen a few late swings this inning from the right-handed batters.
Yes. Yeah, he's definitely taking a chance. They're taking a chance. Gopala Krishna now shifting over a good deal more. The shortstop's backing up the runner.
Here's the 0-2. Down low, ball 1. Tried another breaking ball.
It looks like Gopala Krishna moving a bit over their right side. They heard us and they're trying to close the gap.
Yeah, they heard you, Marshall. Apparently there's a bit of an echo chamber down around home plate. Here's the 1-2. Foul off again to the right side. Massive looking secondary lead from Alex Morales. That's kind of what you want, Marshall, especially with 2 outs. You're going on contact. You want to score and a hit.
Yes, I think he's going to go on this pitch right here.
You think he's going to try and take third with 2 outs?
Yes.
Marshall, you're an interesting guy as far as baseball goes. You're all about stealing bases no matter what. Here's the 1-2. Up the middle, coming on to get it is Gorman, the shortstop. Oh, he can't get it. The ball went under his glove. Morales, he got himself in a rundown at third base. Coming towards the plate, he falls down. He'll get tagged out. So that's the end of the inning. Cooper Browning reaches on an error by the shortstop Gorman. E6 in the books. Alex Morales took too big of a turn around third base. Gorman threw behind him, got on a rundown, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So the base running mistake ends the jam for the Grizzlies. We'll go to the top of the 2nd. Colonials still lead 1-0. All right, Marshall, we're ready to go for the top of the third inning. 10, 1, and 2 due up for the Grizzlies. So Alexander Ehlinger getting us started. Apologies if I butchered that pronunciation. First pitch swinging out to right field. Stefan Leo has a beat on. He puts it away, 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Grizzly in the top of the third. Marshall didn't even give you a chance to tell us all about Alexander Ehlinger.
Indeed. He's out of Lakeland Community College, but I guess I'll have to regale more in his next trip to the plate.
That'll bring up the top of the order, the shortstop James Gorman. He struck out in the first inning, his first time up.
That's high for ball 1. How interesting. What an interesting deja vu that the prior 2 halves of the innings ended in rundowns.
Yeah, well, the first one, obviously a designed rundown, as that's outside ball 2. Then that's one of those, especially during a summer league game, you just have to put it in the back of your head and learn from it. Aggression's a good thing, but you're not, on a play like that, you're not going anywhere if you're the runner on third.
Indeed.
Here's the 2-0. Little high, ball 3. A few close misses from French. He falls behind 3-0.
Indeed, those aren't bad pitches. He's going close to the plate. He's successfully done thus far, but that one's way too high, and that's a walk.
So a 4-pitch walk issued to James Gorman. That puts a man on first base with 1 out for the Grizzly. That'll bring up a pinch hitter, Ryan Kielbasa out of Lakeland College. He'll bat in the second spot for Cade Yasui.
3 trips to the plate against the Dragons with an RBI. Takes that one. That's going to be high for a ball.
A ball, no strikes. The Colonials are set to try to turn 2. The 1-0 on the ground, right side. Diving stop, Fagan. He can't quite come up with it to get the out at first. He kept it in the infield, at least keeping Gorman over at second base. So that'll go down as an infield hit for Ryan Kielbasa.